Hello, dear mental health providers and all others who are part of my team. I would just want you to meet our friend here. Her name is Jade and Stephen. They have an amazing opportunity and they also are doing amazing work through this organization, Dogs Matter. I want Stephen to explain how he started this and what is that Stephen is doing with this organization and how he is helping. So the interesting story is that starts with Jade. She is the one that made Stephen to do this, how the story ignited and what are the thoughts behind this and what is the difference Stephen is making. We want to know all about it. Over to you, Stephen.
Thank you. Hey everybody, my name is Stephen Knight and I'm the founding executive director of Dogs Matter. And we're a temporary fostering service that foster dogs for people going to drug and alcohol rehab. And the reason I started Dogs Matter was 13 years ago. I decided to be brave enough to go into recovery and fight my addiction and get sober. And I was living in a sober living house and I got a knock on the door one evening and a friend of mine had relapsed and she had this wonderful, beautiful dog named Jade in her arms and she asked me if I could take her to the shelter because she had nowhere to put her dog because she needed to go back into treatment. And I was like, wait, you're gonna have to surrender your dog? Because my family won't talk to me, all my relationships have been severed and I need help. And I'm like, okay, well, let me take your dog. And that moment, it was perfect timing because I was 8 months sober and I was struggling and I was really, really lonely. And I was still working on my mental health and on my meds and trying to get my life all together and my structure. And all of a sudden having a dog in my life gave me purpose and responsibility. And it really saved my life. I think I probably would have relapsed if I hadn't gotten her. And that gave me the idea, how many people have to experience going into rehab and the only relationship they have left is a relationship they're gonna have to give up. And I thought to myself, man, that they need a second chance. So I started at the time in 2015 or 16, a very small program, and I thought I would do a few dogs a year. And what we do is we temporarily foster your dog, and then when you get out of rehab, we reunite you, and then we stay with you. I actually went back to school and I'm now a substance abuse counselor. And I work with them once they get their dog back and we help them their first year. We have recovery coaches and we pay for food and pet deposits and we help them get back on their feet because it's really hard starting over.
Absolutely. And the best part is it is all done at free of cost. And everything that Stephen is doing is run through donations that he receives and he actively participates in few events and through which he is trying to raise the funds. He is, I think, can I tell him about he's one of the finalists of the CNN Hero of the Year. I really wish he wins because he's going to pour in all that money back into this Dogs Matter. But the best part is right now they have even taken in the proposition of taking care of cats.
Yes.
As of now, 9 years, Stephen has saved about 1,500 dogs, yes, if I may say. Mm-hmm. And he also have recovery coaches to help them. And Stephen, tell us how this dog, when it came into your life, even though you were trying to foster just for one person, how did that change you?
It changed everything. I mean, for me, I never really had a dog before because I was never responsible and I was an addict for most of my life. And I had horrible relationships growing up and it changed me because it taught me how to have a relationship with unconditional love. It gave me purpose and to me, when you look a dog in the eye, there's something spiritual about it. There's a connection and this dog helps me stay calm. It helps me be able to it helps my anxiety. I travel a lot with her and do interviews and I'll bring her and put her in my lap and just pet her and
the magic happens.
Yeah, there's an energy. To me it's spiritual and
yes.
And it really does keep me centered and present and that's exactly what I needed.
Absolutely. It's very therapeutic if you even think about it. But the best part is yet to come. They only have their center in Texas,
In Dallas.
but we want them to expand further in different states as well. So this is one way that you can help them. I'm going to post this picture. They raise funds through this. Your donation definitely helps them to save and keep this organization running. It's very important to spread the word, and anyone who are into addiction centers requires help in taking care of their dogs. Don't worry about it. We have Steven and their team helping you guys. So it's not just taking care of the dogs. They also have vet care. So even before they could take the dog to fostering them, they use. Maybe I would request Steven to explain what the process is.
Well, just like the person, the dog usually needs care too. And when we get the dog, we spayed and neutered the dog. We get them all updated on the vaccines, because a lot of times they're loved, but there's been some neglect, because in our addiction, it's really hard to even take care of yourself, much less your dove. And so we're going to get the dog, we're going to get the dog healthy, trained. If it needs some training, we provide training. If there's any medical, we've spent last year, or this year alone, we have spent over $30,000 in vet bills.
Amazing.
And we have literally had dogs that would probably have to be put down or have a really painful quality of life, that are now running around and have a backyard, and their client and their owners is with them now. And that would have never happened if it wasn't for our program. That we, like I said, our services are 100% free, and we rely on donors and the kindness of strangers to be able to help us.
So it totally works in the way where they have connections with people who would like to foster, and then when somebody is calling saying that, okay, I'm going to go into this addiction center, maybe I'm going to take a month or two to come back, so they're going to connect this, they're going to have them go through the vet and make sure that the vaccines are all taken care, and then along with the food, toys, and other things, they're going to send it to the foster family, and then the foster family takes care of the dog. So, and do you want to tell us something about the dog that that you recently got, and how you helped them?
About the dog with the amputee? Yeah. So we recently had a dog that actually went to the owner called me from a hotel, and she was homeless, and she had her two dogs, and she wanted help, but her family again would not speak to her, and she actually was very drinking one night, and the dog got out of the hotel room and got hit by a car, and that's what her decision was, like, I got to get some help. And she called us, and we went and got both her dogs, and Olaf, her little dog Olaf, we got straight to the vet, and we got into surgery. And as it was limping and in pain when we first got it, we had to amputate one of the legs, but now it's a tripod.
Oh wow!
And it's already running around, and it's so happy and no pain, and it's like nothing's happened. And and now the owner is 3 months sober. She's going to be able to go to a sober living house and get Olaf back. And be reunited this weekend, actually.
Amazing. I would love that. And I'm going to
We'll
put
do a
this.
video.
Yes, you have to do a video and then tag it back to us. We would love to see the reunion back and how happy the dog is. It's amazing what you do, Steven. God cannot be everywhere, so He sends people like you to help them. For the people who are in need, not just people, but also little human like this.
Yes.
The dogs and cats. Who else they have if not us? So please keep doing the great work you're doing. We love what you're doing. Thank you so much, and we'll spread the word. So that's all we have to do, spread the word and do the best that you can to help Steven if possible.
Dogsmatter2.org.
Thank you.